Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about the summer fashion trends that I am loving and I'm looking forward to wearing, or am actually wearing right at this moment. But unlike all the other fashion trend videos I do every season, I'm not really going to be looking so much at the general themes. I think it's going to be more helpful specifically for summer to look at the specific product recommendations to help make it easier for you to shop. If you're looking for things to add to your existing closet, zhuzh up some of the outfits you already have in mind for summer by bringing stuff in that's more modern, more on trend, I think this is a little more helpful. Honestly, I'm shopping for myself, but I'm sharing my shopping list with all of you at the same time. And the main reason I'm doing this is that the summer trends aren't all that different from the spring trends. Coastal chic or fisherman aesthetic or whatever they're calling it, still around. Quiet luxury isn't going anywhere. So let's look at the specific colors and the specific products that can help us kind of flesh out our summer wardrobe. And if I poke fun at a couple trends that are going on right now, that's gonna happen too. Okay, so first let's talk about matching sets. This is nothing new. We've been seeing these for months now. The difference for summer, I would say, is that it's the time to get a little bolder, go for some big prints, some abstract stuff, maybe some bold colors. The matching sets we've been seeing in all seasons previous and continuing into summer, so this is an addition, this isn't a takeaway, is we've generally seen more of the athleisure, the work from home, the loungewear style matching sets. Love those. But this is the time to add on a little something extra. I feel like summer, even if we're not on vacation, you kind of feel like you're living on vacation all the time when the temperatures go up. So this is the time to bring out the resort wear, but wear it at home. So let's talk about a few sets that I think you will love. And I have something in each of these sections at several different price points. So here we go. First, this black and white floral set. This one is from JCPenny. I love the fact that it's a bold print. It's a floral print, which is an extension of a trend from spring, but it's in black and white, which makes it a lot more wearable. Not so wearable is how they're styling this. And I'm gonna show you another set in a second. Same deal. What's with the broad top? That is actually a trend that they're saying is big for summer, is lingerie. Again, how many seasons in a row have we seen these fashion editors telling us that lingerie worn as clothing is a trend? I think it's just that they have all this leftover stock that nobody is falling for, that when they first launched this idea, that they just have to keep pushing it every single season to get somebody to fall for it and buy it so that they can get rid of all this overstock. No, not a bra top. But if you do want to wear this top open, I do suggest just a solid white or a solid black tank top, or if you want to have a little bit of fun, totally different color, like bright blue, bright green, yellow. The great thing about sets is no matter what your budget is, you're getting a bunch of outfits in one, because yes, you can wear them together, but then you can break the top and the bottom apart and put them with other pieces. So if you like this kind of black and white look, I found another one very similar over at Anthropologie. It's black and more of a cream or an ecru color, which I think is even more elegant. This is a linen blend, so it's a little bit different as far as the material goes. And I think both options are really pretty, just different budgets, depends where you like to shop. Now, if you're a Nordstrom girl and you love a big bold print, check out this dragon plisse fabric top and maxi skirt. It's a little bit different. They're not pull-on pants, but I will say the majority of the matching sets I'm seeing are more of a wide leg style pull-on pant. Here we have a maxi skirt. I think these are beautiful. I would style this differently and tuck in the top and change the shoes, but other than that, this is very wearable and it's a lot of fun. Now, this is a set I shared earlier this spring and it's still fully in stock, and it comes in regular and petite, by the way. This is from Loft and it's a floral, more muted navy pattern. So we're still sticking with neutrals if that's something you're more comfortable with here. The wide leg pull-on pants, the split neck top, and even though it's long sleeve, it's very lightweight, easy breezy. And when I worn it, I feel like I'm on vacation, but I'm at home. And then lastly, this printed set. This one comes in a bunch of colors and pattern options because it's from Amazon. It's a brand that I have shared with you before from Amazon. I own a lot of pieces from this, so I'd say it runs true to size. Really fun, and just pick whatever color you're gonna have the most fun in. Another color trend that has been really popular pretty much all year, and it's still picking up speed, is butter yellow, which is just pastel yellow really, and French blue. Pair them together, even better. Well, that's all well and good, but how do you actually incorporate that into your wardrobe? Well, I picked up this piece. You've seen this before. I took it with me on vacation. I love it. This is from Quince. It's a tiered linen maxi dress. It does come in other colors, but they're calling this French blue. It is so pretty. And if you like this French blue color, Quince has a whole bunch of linen pieces in this. It was sold out, not this dress, but a lot of the other pieces in this collection in that color have been sold out. They're back on the Quince website. I have to admit, I'm a little bit biased honest, this French blue, sky blue, whatever kind of blue you want to call this, it's one of my, if not my absolute favorite color. And I think it looks good on a ton of skin tones. Another easy way to add French blue or butter yellow into your wardrobe is go with a cardigan. We're going to talk a little bit more about this next month, but there's this third layer rule or third piece rule to making an outfit a little more put together. And it's hard to do when it warms up because you can't add a jacket or a vest to most things because you would have heat stroke. But you can tie it around your neck or even around your waist if you're more comfortable, or drape it over your shoulders. So a cardigan is a fantastic idea. And this one is from Nordstrom Rack, so super affordable. This pale yellow and pale blue, kind of almost neutrals in that you can layer them on top of any outfit. Like butter yellow would look great over this. The sky blue, let's call it sky blue. That would look great over this too. It can be layered over almost any color. It looks great tone on tone, say the sky blue with a navy blue, or if you're just wearing all neutrals, it's a nice way to add a little bit of a pop. If you just wanted to go with a solid yellow top, this yellow crochet lace top is beautiful. Pair it with white jeans, blue jeans, any kind of just general shorts, or what I think is really cute are these Loft Twill shorts. These are a patch pocket option. Put those together. It's a little bit of a viscose blend. Easy to do there. And then the other thing is, I've always told you that a chambray or denim blouse is just an absolute staple. Well, I wouldn't say swap out, but add to your blouse collection with a French blue or sky blue gauze or linen top, like this one from J. Crew Factory. Wear that in the place of the denim or chambray top. So again, this is gonna look great with pretty much any color bottom, or tied around your neck, tied around your waist. It gives you that third layer. Another trend that we're gonna get to in a second is the market bag or shopper tote accessory. But there are a couple that I actually saw that came in French blue. I'm using French blue, sky blue, powder blue. In the comments, what should we call this color? Anyway, I found two shopper totes that are so cute. This one from Mark & Graham is a suede shopper tote. I have not seen one in this color before. It is stunning. And yes, you can carry it year round. You don't have to carry it just in the summer. This sky blue is gonna look amazing in the fall against the chocolate browns and all of those beautiful colors, or like deep greens. Carry it now, more of a summer pastel color. If you're like, no, Marnie, I'm not carrying a suede bag and I'm definitely not carrying one in sky blue, check out the other colors because it does come in like a beautiful tan and a beige and a black and all the neutrals as well. And then a more budget-friendly option that I actually found at Walmart. It's from the Pioneer Woman line. This embroidered raffia tote is beautiful. It does come in an ivory option as well, which is stunning. But if you're trying to find a way to carry in a trend, this one is $34. So it's a very easy way to add something that you might not want to keep wearing season after season. It's not going to break the bank, but I think it is absolutely beautiful. Hey everyone, I'm back to share something new and exciting from MIDI Health. This portion of the video is sponsored by them. If you're not aware of what MIDI Health is, it is basically virtual online women's healthcare. It's available in all 50 states and they accept many major health insurance care plans. Usually when you go to joinmidi.com and you click on book a visit, there are different subjects of visits that you can choose from, like perimenopause visit, menopause visit, sleep issues, hair and skin issues, sexual health, weight, like as in body weight. But now they have a new one that I am really excited about, and I hope you're as excited as I am. It is an Age Well visit. So what makes an Age Well visit unique and why am I super excited about it? Let me tell you. For me, in this stage of my life, what I'm looking for, I should say, is just more control, more proactive approach to all the areas of my life. And these Age Well visits are basically that bundled up in a virtual visit. So it's more than just an annual checkup, although it is an annual checkup. It's just a more personalized way for you to take control of your health because it's going to give you a plan. So let me walk you through what this looks like and some of the things that they can address during your visit. First of all, you're going to go to joinmidi.com. You're going to click on book a visit, and this time you're going to click Age Well visit. Then there's 3 parts to that visit. There's the pre-visit, the actual visit itself, and then the post-visit. In the pre-visit, you're gonna fill out, I have to say, a pretty lengthy intake questionnaire. They wanna know everything that's going on, and this gives your clinician all the information that they can, or a lot of the information that they need to really give you a personalized healthcare plan. They're gonna ask you about your family history, personal medical history, lifestyle, mental health, things you never even thought about, but you should be. It's at that point that you can also indicate any longevity interventions that you want to hear more about or that you're interested in, like advanced screenings or anti-inflammatory treatments. Then you do your visit. All you need for your actual visit is strong Wi-Fi and a quiet place. You can sit on your couch, you can be in your car, wherever you are the most comfortable. It's at that point that your clinician is going to go over everything that you typed into your intake, and then they're gonna go over any screenings, lab tests you might need, things like mammograms, pap smears, blood work, colon screening, and they can help set those things up for you, which is fantastic. And then at that point, your clinician will discuss with you your longevity concerns, and that might look different and should look different for everybody and their own personal health history. Maybe you're concerned about dementia or heart health or joint issues or physical weakness. Maybe you're not entirely sure what you should be concerned about. Your clinician can go over all of those things with you. And from there, they can prescribe labs or other interventions that can help them figure out a plan for you. And then we get to the post-visit. You're gonna get a personalized care plan. It's gonna have simple, clear steps that you can implement right away so you can start improving your long-term health. And isn't that just what we all want? And what I really like and have personally experienced is then they can book future follow-up visits to check in on your progress, make tweaks if necessary, and it's that personalized approach that I really, really appreciate. And it also makes me feel like I'm a little more in control of what's going on with my own personal health. Be sure to check the description box below. I'll have a link where you can book your first visit or learn more about this specific Age Well plan or any of the other opportunities that MIDI Health offers. At 52 years old, I feel like I'm just getting to the good part, and I want to make sure that the years ahead are healthy and happy. Since I've already brought up the trend of the shopping tote or market bag trend, and that sort of goes along with a couple of bigger themes, the coastal aesthetic, the French girl summer look. Those are very popular. Very vague though. How do you incorporate that into your wardrobe? Well, these tote bags kind of straddle both of them depending on what you pick. So this is a classic from a brand called Cezanne, and I'll admit that I have stalked the website constantly. I have not pulled the trigger on anything from Cezanne. If you are curious about maybe a little mini, and when I say mini, like a handful of pieces from there, let me know. I can definitely use an excuse to do some shopping there. But this Justine basket bag is sort of the classic French girl market tote. It is beautiful. I think the inspiration for this one, if I am correct, is from a designer label called Loewe, which makes one very similar, much more expensive than this option. So I think this one is beautiful. Now we're looking at summer trends, and that usually means raffia or straw or more of a woven pattern to sort of mirror the look of those natural fibers. So another option I found is this Italian leather hand-woven tote. So we have the same shape. This one's from Quince. It's lined. It has a magnetic closure, which I really appreciate. I personally don't love when they're just wide open and all your stuff can fall out. It does have interior zip and slip pockets as well. Comes in some beautiful neutral colors. And then more of the traditional tote bag, shopping bag look. I found this straw option from a brand called Mango, which is also carried at Nordstrom. This one also has a magnetic closure, an exterior zip pocket, and a zipper interior pocket. So I like the usefulness of it. I want you to see this kind of classic French girl summer shopping tote bag. The original inspiration for more of the market embroidered tote bag would have to be the Christian Dior book tote bag. I actually stepped into the Dior store here in town a few days ago, and I window shopped. It was really fun and it's beautiful. But then I see this one on Amazon, very much inspired by the Dior book tote, but it is from Amazon, so it's just right about $26, and it does also come in black or pink. Another big trend that we saw in the spring, and it's still sticking around for summer, are two specific patterns, so stripes and polka dots. Let me knock out polka dots first. This one's tricky. I personally don't think it's all that wearable. The most wearable way and the most frequent way that I've seen it on pretty much every retailer website that I go to is on a dress, and specifically in more of a traditional shirt dress option. So I found this one. It's a classic summer silhouette. It's extremely wearable. I think you could take this to a bunch of different occasions this summer, and it's a classic. Yes, it's on trend for summer 2025. You could pull this out 3 years from now. You could wear it easily again. The other way I've seen polka dots be actually wearable is if they're teeny tiny dots. I did see a pair of pants, big polka dots. To me, it looks garish. It's too much. But I did find these pants at Loft. They're from the Riviera line. It does come in regular and petite sizes. And for this, I would just suggest something very simple. Either just whatever the top is, I recommend that it is solid, especially like coordinating color, maybe that French blue color or a chambray top, just to kind of, or just a basic white button down blouse, just something easy to go with what's happening on the bottom. But what I do find really wearable and really easy to incorporate, stripes. So stripes cover a couple of different trends. They're very much part of the fisherman aesthetic, or coastal chic is what I prefer to call it. It's also part of the preppy look, part of quiet luxury. It doesn't even matter which trend or no trend that you're going for. It's a classic look and it's easy to bring into your wardrobe. So let's just start with what I've got on. So you've actually seen this before. I bought this in more of the beigey color with black stripes. That's a little bit more preppy. If you want to go more towards the coastal chic look, then obviously you're going to choose more neutral tones, natural tones, blues, that kind of thing. This leans more preppy because it's pink. This one's from Amazon, so you can pick it in every color you've ever thought of and then some. And I just went easy. I did add some bolder accessories. We'll talk about these in a minute. And then, okay, you can't really see me, but I am wearing my favorite white pair of jeans. So just really basic. And I went with some sort of woven natural fiber shoes, sort of a raffia look, just to kind of stick with more of the neutral. But if you don't want to wear something sleeveless, I really love this cashmere tee. Yes, I said cashmere. Cashmere is an amazing fabric, and then yes, it keeps you warm in the winter, but it can also keep you cool in the summer. It's magical. So I have this sweater in multiple solid options. I love it in this ivory and black stripe. So cute. And if you want to take it up a notch and add that third piece, that extra layer, pair it with the cashmere striped cardigan, just tied around your neck or draped over your shoulders. Also handy to have if you go from outside to inside and you live somewhere like San Antonio, Texas, where today I was wandering around doing errands. It's hot outside. The minute I set foot in any kind of store or restaurant, freezing. You need that extra layer. And the nice thing about the cashmere cardigan, speaking from experience, it's super lightweight. It's not a bulky sweater. So you could ball it up and shove it in your tote bag and have it with you. See, we're tying it all in together. And then the other stripe one I have to bring up again. Absolutely love this. If you love the coastal chic look, the preppy chic look, you want a classic striped shirt, navy blue and white is the way to go. And you probably have a million versions of that t-shirt in your closet, but this one that I shared recently, hopefully if the videos go up in the order I want them to, this one, this open weave kind of tee textured almost sweater that I found from Kohl's, fits all those trends, but it's different. It's just a new way to add that blue and white stripe into your wardrobe. And I really like the little cuff kind of drop shoulder sleeves. I just love the whole thing. Let's talk about another trend that I am not into, but I need to address it. Jelly shoes. Look, I loved wearing a jelly shoe when I was a child. I can't remember how old I was. Maybe I got all the way up into middle school. I can't remember. It was fun. And the jelly bracelets and all that. And I can appreciate it on other people's feet. I personally think that this one is a tough one to carry off. I'm not against like a clear band on a sandal or something like that, but all that plastic on the foot, I don't know. I don't know. If any of you have had a positive experience with jelly shoes, let me know. I do generally like the look of it, but to me, it reminds me very much of a trend we've had for well over a year, which are mesh shoes. I know some of you love them and some of you don't like them. That's okay. We're gonna get to another trend in a second that hopefully you like. So if you like the general idea of the jelly shoe, but you're like, I don't know, might I suggest the mesh shoe? And the one that I wear and I bought in multiple colors now is this one from Amazon. They come in so many color options. You can have beige, you can have tan, you can have dark beige, you can have dark tan, you can have colors. They also now have come out with a slip-on mule option if you want to try that one. I have not personally tried it, but it's all under the same link here, and it's just about $40 versus the only Mary Jane flat jelly shoe that I found that I was like, okay, I could probably wear those. They're from Sam Edelman. They do come in 5 colors, including the light blue if you really want to be on trend, and those are running at $50. The last trend we're gonna talk about goes with coastal chic or fisherman aesthetic, and it's sea creature inspired accessories. I'm sorry I'm laughing, but it's starfish, it's shells, and it's on earrings and necklaces and bracelets. And at first glance, I thought, this is kind of weird. Like, really? But then I realized like a little pair of gold stud, kind of clamshell earrings are very pretty. And I found some really affordable ones. So these shell earrings are right about 20 bucks. They're from Nordstrom. And they also come in a tiny little starfish option. So it's a way to bring in the trend, not have a big statement earring, have a little fun, not spend a ton of money. And the same line at Nordstrom also has this really pretty sea stone pendant necklace, kind of looks like an open oyster shell, and there's a little definitely faux mother of pearl stone in the middle, which I think is beautiful. It's a little more expensive. It's $65, but I think it's a fun way to bring in that accessory trend without breaking the bank. And I think they're all classic pieces. I think these are going to be very wearable well past the summer of 2025. And then if you want to do a little more of a statement piece, I did find this starfish stretch bracelet. This one's from J. Crew Factory. J. Crew Factory has some amazing accessories, and we know that their prices are great. What I like about this one is it's big, it's stretchy, it's fun, but it doesn't look too kitschy and cute. The other part of this trend that I saw that I don't love are all the little delicate, honestly cheap looking charm bracelets with all different kind of like seashells and stuff hanging off that. I don't think that's a very adult look. I personally, it's not a trend, part of this trend I should say, that I would recommend. Whereas I think that this option, especially if you wear it with say an all kind of cream ivory beige outfit, it's a nice way to bring in a statement piece without being really obvious that, hey, I'm wearing a starfish on my wrist. The ultimate sea creature byproduct is a pearl. And so I have to give a shout out to my most worn pair of earrings, at least for the past year, if not longer, and I get compliments on them every time I leave the house in them, so almost every day. These are $3.98. They are from Walmart. I will have the link down under Sea Creature Inspired Accessories. So wearable, and I have to give a shout out to Walmart as well for their accessories. This kind of statement pendant necklace is also from them. It's not on a particular trend, but it's just pretty, and so I bought it. So we have reached the end of my product recommendations list. This is by no means exhaustive, and there's so many fun ways to bring in the trends into your summer wardrobe, but I didn't want to overwhelm you. I think this is a great way to get started. If you have any questions on anything more specific, something you're eyeing, how do you incorporate that into your wardrobe? I can only offer my opinion, which is not expert by any means, but I am happy to share that. So feel free to comment below, because I love hearing from you, let me know which of these trends you're looking forward to incorporating into your summer wardrobe, or ones that you've already tried, or something that I haven't even touched on. Let me know what's going on with you and your wardrobe down below in the comments. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope that you had fun, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.